Hi guys, Freddy here with
Adam,
as usual. But it's not usual this time. It's 2,000 subscribers, which is amazing. I'm blown away by that.
I mean, finally.
You might say finally, but I'm just amazed. I was amazed when we reached 100 subscribers. We did the superhero, the Godzilla one for 500.
I helped.
You helped to record that one.
You just didn't know that.
You were my cameraman. He was. I skipped over 1,000 because I had plans, but I was really busy and the plans just weren't coming together. It was to get other people to help out record bits, and it just fell apart and didn't work. But here we are at 2,000, and I've been promising you for weeks that we'd do a Scottish snack box. So in the countdown, as we've been going through the last 20 or so subscribers leading up to 1,000, I have been raiding the shops, finding stuff, because it turns out no supermarket, no shop in Scotland just sells a block of Scottish stuff. Each one just sells, oh, I sell a couple of things, and another one sells another couple of things. So I've got a big pile of stuff here, because apparently Scottish foods are provided in large boxes. You can't buy a single bar, you've got to buy like a pack of 20. But we'll pick one out as we go through and we'll have a look. So let's start off with perhaps the most traditional thing I can think of. The Tunax Tea Cake. Yes, Tunax is a Scottish brand of Uddingston in Glasgow.
That's the name.
Yes, Uddingston. And inside, it's a tea cake.
Looks good if it was solid chocolate. It's very lightweight.
It's mallow on top of a biscuit, basically, covered in chocolate. So
the biscuit's very soft. I expected like a crunch, but...
So, inside, we can see there is soft mallow surrounded by chocolate with a biscuit base.
Yeah, I like it.
It's really soft and squishy.
Yeah, it's very just...
It's collapsing in my hands.
Yeah.
Do you want to finish it?
I'll finish it. We have another pack.
We have loads of them. But they are kind of traditional. They've been around for years and years. Tunax themselves, apparently, looking down at the box, were established in 1890. So
Wow,
this is one of the older Scottish things. Now we're going to return to Tunax a few times because they are one of the larger Scottish brands.
Yeah.
But I've tried to add a variety.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's go on to another fairly traditional thing. Now this is shortbread.
Shortbread.
Now these are very traditional Scottish biscuits. You've probably got shortbread wherever you are in the world, a type of biscuit. But these are Pattersons of Arran. They are made on the Isle of Arran.
Yeah.
Which is 7 miles out to sea in that direction.
Yeah.
When we go down to the beach and we look,
There's Aaron.
yep, Arran's facing us. That's between us and the Atlantic. Tend to get very standard sticks. Scottish shortbread.
Very Scottish.
Now, it's very sort of sharp biscuit, very crunchy, fairly sugary, as everything will be.
Scotland's the home of sugar. Wow, that's good. I love that.
Oh, shortbread's just lovely.
That's incredibly... It tastes weirdly. That tastes slightly buttery. Just a tiny hint. The hintest of hints. Clotted.
Clotted cream shortbread. Oh, I got the fancy stuff. Wasn't for 2,000 subscribers. Can't get ordinary shortbread. We've got to get the fancy stuff for the guests.
Yeah, we've got to get the fancy stuff for 2,000. If we ever retire, how are we going to top this? We're going to have to make our own company.
For 4,000 subscribers, we'll cover it in gold. I don't know. Onto some crisps. Now, the big Scottish brand is Mackie's. And these are haggis flavoured crisps.
Oh, no.
Now, Mackie's do an amazing variety of crisps, and they tend to do really good combinations. So this is haggis and cracked black pepper, but you'll get bacon and mustard flavoured, and all sorts of things. They love doing combinations, and it's really, really good. In a previous job, I was lucky enough to do a tasting when I was working for the beer magazine.
Yeah.
Yes, I worked for a beer magazine, but we got sent through a box containing a packet of every flavour they do. And it was great because we were just to taste them to write up for the magazine, and we just went through and raided crisps every break, you know. Oh, what am I going to have today? Anyway.
Unfortunately,
just very
this is
traditional looking
haggis.
crisps.
And I don't think neither of us like haggis.
I've eaten haggis maybe twice in my life. I was not impressed.
Oh no, that's good. Oh no, that's good. Oh no, that's good. That's good. That's good. I've only had school haggis. And that was a school that is now shut down. And has been for 5 years.
Not that they shut it down because of the haggis.
I mean...
They might have.
Yeah, it's a possibility. I don't know why it shut down. Probably
Now,
because
that's
like
really strong and peppery.
Yeah.
And I do like those for the pepper. The haggis taste to them, I'm not that keen on. You quite like it though?
It's not the haggis taste, it's good. I can't really identify haggis taste. It's been years since I've had it. I just identify that it's a good taste, and I like it. It's slightly meaty, which is from the haggis, and then there's the pepper, which is really, really strong, and gives you, you know, your mouth is about...
For anyone that doesn't know, and I imagine this is common enough knowledge, but it's sheep guts stuffed with offal. So the bad bits of meat stuffed in, cooked like a weird sausage.
Haggis.
Haggis. We, of course, Scots tell stories of wild haggis roaming the hills and needing to be hunted, but it's not. It's just this really weird sausage thing.
Alright.
So, you're quite impressed with those.
I like the black pepper. I really like that.
Now,
Actually, it's like me. Anyway.
Again with a fairly traditional thing, oat cakes. Now, these would normally be eaten...
Oat cakes are especially Scotch.
They are.
Oh.
And these are by Nairns of Edinburgh.
That should be good then. Should be.
Oat cakes tend to be eaten with cheese or maybe
Butter.
salmon or something if you're at a very posh wedding. But oat cakes themselves are quite nice. They're oaty, funnily enough. They're small oat biscuits, very, very thin. Now these supposedly have cheese in them, which I can definitely taste.
Yeah. The texture is a bit, like, it's a bit softer. Like, it's weirdly, it doesn't taste damp, but, you know, it's kind of like that.
But
I
oat
expected
cakes,
to be snap, but it's a bit softy snap. Yeah, it's weird. I know, but...
oats tend to be a bit more pliable if you think of a hobnob compared to a digestive.
That's fair. Oh.
But oat cakes tend to be served at posh weddings and things like that. When you're eating a meal, they'll be the starter with some maybe cream cheese and salmon or something like that on the top. And a garnish of herbs and whatever. But generally they're just quite nice for snacking on there, a decent oaty biscuit.
Yeah.
Shall we go for the juice?
Yeah. Now, what's the juice gonna be?
There can only be one juice for Scotland.
Yeah.
Iron Brew. Traditional. Made in Scotland from girders, as they used to advertise it, because it looks like rusty wire. Now, this is in the news today, because as the COP26 summit is on in Glasgow, 25-ish miles in that direction, AOC is visiting it, Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, and she apparently was tweeting out about really wanting to try Iron Brew. And our First Minister, Nicola Sturgeon, a local lassie, born and lived in Dreghorn, which is about a mile in that direction, gave her a bottle, and she loved it. And she says it tastes like another juice she likes. Cola champagne, or champagne, I guess. Cola champagne. I've heard that it tastes like bubblegum. Okay?
Yeah, I was just waiting for you to be on it. No one interrupt. It's good. It's really fizzy, which I like. It's self-flavour. I always find Iron Brew, it's not... Iron Brew has never been bad. I do not dislike Iron Brew. It's just tastes like weird. I never can tell if it's good or bad weird. It's just fizzy weird. And that's Iron Brew.
If I'm given Iron Brew, I'd definitely drink it. If I go into a shop, I generally won't buy it, though.
Yeah.
But it's not bad. It's just
Fizzy weird.
unusual.
Yeah, fizzy weird. Yeah, we agree.
And it's nice, and it's sugary, as is most stuff in Scotland.
Yeah.
But Iron Brew. If we weren't having that, we'd be having whiskey, because this is... How do they say it? Scotland's other national drink. Brewed in Scotland to a secret recipe since 1901. So, 120 years old. And kind of tastes like it. It does taste a bit weird. Let's go back to Tunax.
Back to Tunax.
Okay.
I've got a few items.
The Tunax Caramel Wafer.
We've mentioned these before. We've mentioned these in passing in previous videos.
Now, like a lot of Tunax things, it's kind of wrapped differently, because the tea cake was just in foil, whereas this is in foiled paper, and it's just wrapped. It's not sealed up.
Yeah.
And that's just how they come.
Mm-hmm. Just how they come, and they...
Let me...
Fine.
Inside, it's layers of wafer and lots of layers of caramel. So, toffee, basically. It's very soft.
Mm.
It's very chewy. It's very chocolatey.
It's very
and
good.
it is the superior.
Superior what? Oh, go on. You're making controversial opinions.
When we have chocolate biscuits in the house, like little bars, obviously, like most people around the world, we probably have Kit Kats at times. We'll have Time Outs. We'll have, which are Cadbury's. We'll have Mars products, but most often, if we can get them, we'll have caramel wafers. Marvellous. What else we got here? I'm starting to forget. Alright, we have Elise Creamy Strawberry Bar. Well, Lee's do these in lots and lots of different flavours. They are basically flavoured coconut ice covered in chocolate. So they'll do a Jaffa orange one, they'll do raspberry, they do just ordinary coconut flavoured, but they do a huge variety.
Okay.
So inside it's nice sort of pink caramel, coconut ice.
Jesus. That's so strawberry.
So it's strawberry flavouring, but in
I
coconut.
thought it was going to be dark chocolate. It looks like dark chocolate. It's just, there's no chocolate flavour. It's just, what?
We're going to beat you to death with strawberries and you're going to enjoy it.
No, that's so strawberry. I would not eat that. I would not eat that. I'm not, that's your bar. I honestly do not enjoy, just so strawberry. And it's soft strawberry and nothing else. I don't like the texture at all. I really don't like it. I would rather it be slightly gritty, I guess. Like, it has some pushback. And
because it's not coconut, it's coconut ice, so it's kind of liquidized coconut almost. It's gelatinous.
Go and do that what?
Back to another type of biscuit. Now, these aren't particularly traditional type of biscuit. They're borders of Scotland. Where are they based out of? And it says borders. They're based out of Lanark. South Folds Road, Lanark. So Lanarkshire, sort of South Scotland, so getting towards the borders. I was worried that these were actually English, because you get both sides of the borders. You get the English side and the Scottish. But these are, there you go, Sweet Memories Butterscotch Crunch. So we've got a small crunchy biscuit with loads and loads of bits of butterscotch in it. So crystallized caramel, basically.
Yeah, that's amazing. Crunch. The shortbread's good. And then the butterscotch, it's amazing.
Now, Borders do lots and lots of different types of biscuits. Tend to be in small packets like that. My wife got the dark chocolate ginger ones. She's been eating through the packet. So, Butterscotch Crunch isn't particularly Scottish, but the brand is. So that's why we've included those. Oh.
What? It's stabbing your throat out.
It's crunching its way down my throat.
True.
I'm trying to eat too fast. Now, yes.
Right.
Now this is a very, very traditional Scottish thing. It's tablet.
Just as traditional as a shortbread, if not more so.
Now this is a slightly different tradition because that really went down the wrong way. This is something that most people in Scotland will know how to make. Or your mothers. Because your mother makes it, your gran makes it. My mother's not from Scotland, so she doesn't make it. But I grew up, the first school I went to, primary school they call them here, but you know, sort of starter school. The school janitor, the custodian, his wife used to make trays of tablet, so they would cook it on a big baking tray, and he would offer it out to us to do things when we were 5, 6, 7 years old. He'd be like, right, I need all the rubbish in the back playground picked up, and you'll get a better tablet. And he used to put us to work during lunch and all that, and for some tablet we would do it no problem. Now, tablet itself, I'll break a bit off so Adam can get munching. It's crystallized sugar, basically. It's sugar cooked in with condensed milk, and that's about it. Maybe a few drops of vanilla in there, but not very many ingredients at all. Basically, it's just raw sugar, which is so Scottish.
Yeah. If you think Scotland's healthy, you need to come to the country and see it for yourself. Crust, that is good.
Because it's sugar, but cooked, it's very fine. The texture is almost dusty.
Yeah, you don't want to have it fast. Tablet is not a food you just gulp down. You take your time, because if you eat it too fast, it can get really in between your teeth. It can, give you goosebumps because it's just weird text. It's just weird if you have it too quickly because of how dusty it can become. And also, it can become really overpowering if you have a big bite. You take a wee small nom and it's amazing.
Just bite off a bit slow, and it comes apart in your mouth, and then all the bits just melt into this gorgeous, creamy, sugary taste on your tongue. So unhealthy, so bad for you, but so good. Grown up on tablet. And as I said, everybody cooks it. We gave it out as Christmas presents. Your mum baked huge trays and handed out in gift bags at Christmas to our family around the country. And nobody's going to complain. It's just great.
Yeah.
Oh.
You're going to finish yours.
Oh, I will finish lots of it later. Right.
Alright.
Let's go back to Tunax once again.
Back to Tunax, because there was more.
There's still one other Tunax thing. So, the Tunax Snowball. This is very much like the tea cake. It's mallow covered in chocolate, but this time covered in grated coconut. This is messy.
Okay.
So inside, just mallow, tiny thin layer of chocolate, coconut around it. Very, very nice.
I honestly might prefer that.
The biscuit?
I might prefer that to the other one. I might. It has been a big spread of time, so I might be wrong, but I'm pretty sure I prefer that.
Yeah. Snowballs would probably be my favourite against tea cakes.
Well, fine.
But I like coconut.
Yeah.
Whereas you don't tend to like it that much.
No, I like coconut. I like
Oh,
coconut.
I thought you didn't. Oh, okay.
It's other stuff like peach I don't like.
Oh well, if we're doing coconut, we'll return to Lee's and the macaroon.
Uh-oh.
Now I had to look this up because I was worried this was just something I'd had in my youth, which I thought of as Scottish, but wasn't. And when I googled for macaroon, it came up with Italian. And then I remembered it's a Macaroon Bar, which is indeed Scottish. So basically, it's just a huge chunk of coconut ice inside, covered in chocolate, covered it in roasted coconut.
More coconut on chocolate on coconut.
Mm-hmm. These, when I was at primary school, used to be my favourite bar to go out and buy. Not the Lee's one, but in the shop, the tuck shop along the road, they sold these massive bars of macaroon. And you would go in and you'd say, I've only got 15 pence. And he would cut off a chunk of it, and you would get that. And I always dreamed of having like the £1.50 or whatever it was, pocket money, to buy an entire bar. But they were massive. So what do you think of a macaroon?
No.
No, you don't like it.
I do not like these salted bars by Lee's. What's the like Lee's? How's the company?
Lee's, yeah.
Okay. I do not like it.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah, that's what I was kind of looking at you weird. You're like, I always went to the shop to buy these. I'm like, are you insane?
I love them.
So I like them.
And another bag of Mackies. This time, oh, pardon me. This time, lawn sausage and brown sauce.
I managed to run out of water. This is mine now.
So you didn't like it?
I never said that. I just said it was weird. Anyway.
Now, lawn sausage is another name, or is a particular type of square sausage. Because that is a very Scottish thing. Totally confused my mother when she moved up to Scotland, because she went into a butcher's and she asked for a pound of sausage, and she expected to get links, the ordinary sausages, and they gave her a big block of sausage meat, because that's basically what square sausage is. It's just a big hunk of sausage meat, and you cut off slices. So when you go in to get a roll in the morning, a very common thing in Scotland is to get a roll and something. You'll tend to ask for a roll and links or a roll and slice, and the person behind the counter will know what you're after. There's the debate over whether you have red sauce or brown sauce, so tomato ketchup or HP brown sauce, basically. There's also with the fried egg on it. You have a tatty scone, so they're soda baked potato, very thin bits of potato. But square sausage is a massively Scottish thing. So
I'm gonna like this.
Oh, it smells good.
It tastes good.
Oh, they are as marvellous as I remember them being.
Oh, what is that? Hold on, there's an aftertaste. It's not a bad one.
There's a strong sausage taste to them, and then the kick of brown sauce, the sort of spiciness of that.
Yeah.
I'm noticing sort of brown smudges on the crisps. I'm not sure if that's actually where they've been dipped in brown sauce or whether it's just burn on the potato. I'm not sure.
I'm assuming some brown sauce. This brown sauce is in the middle, and I'm assuming since there's just holes and cracks usually, that's just that. It's showing.
And so, we reached the last thing. Oh. It's nothing special. It's actually new. Tunax mini caramel wafers. Or caramel logs, sorry. Now, the caramel wafer we had, which is standard wafer, toffee, chocolate, we had a few minutes ago. But the caramel log's slightly different, because it does that wonderful Scottish thing that we've learnt over the last 20 minutes or so, that you cover it all in coconut.
Tunax love the cover everything in coconut.
Now these are small bite size, so if you think them almost like fun size, although they seem even smaller than that. Inside, if it's standard, it's going to be wafer, it's going to be toffee, chocolate, and then roasted coconut around it.
It's good, but I prefer the wafer.
I actually prefer caramel logs.
I prefer the wafer, and it's not because the coconut takes away. It's the fact that the wafer isn't as pronounced. There's maybe one layer of wafer when there's like several in that. The caramel and wafer are equal in that. Well, that's chocolate, caramel, and coconut. There's barely any crunch. There's a tiny crunch. I prefer the caramel wafer.
Okay, fair enough. You're allowed to be wrong. Well, that's all we've got. That's basically, what is that, 10, 11 Scottish snacks. These are things you do find on shelves, even though I had to go on a quest to find all of the variety. But any shop you go into will sell some of these. Especially Shortbread, everybody sells it.
And tablet.
Pattersons of Arran is one of the amazing brands of Shortbread. Tablet, you'll find different brands. The particular one there was Mrs. Tilly's, but there's loads and loads of others. Lee's does a version of Tablet, but I wanted to steer away from them.
Yeah.
Mrs. Tilly's is Edinburgh, I think. The famous Scottish tablet, it says on it.
That is, to be honest, that's the one I always remember being in subs, that along with the other two. Fudge and the other one that I never remember.
Mrs. Tilly's does fudge as well, but I think everybody kind of does fudge.
That's not really a Scottish thing.
But Tablet especially is. Now, as I said, the sliced sausage stuff is something we will genuinely have as breakfasts.
Yeah.
We've got some sliced sausage sitting in the fridge for rolls in the morning, or probably at the weekend we'll leave it to. Tablet, my wife bought herself some tablets to eat as she walked around the supermarket the other day. This is just fairly standard stuff. Anyway, I think we've whittled on for quite long enough.
Yeah.
So, thank you for watching. Thank you very, very much for subscribing and getting me to 2,000. I'm so impressed with that.
Achievement
Party
unlocked.
poppers, fireworks.
We prepared for this.
We're way too stingy to actually afford party poppers or fireworks.
You'll edit them in, as you can see now. Anyway.
I do have video footage to fireworks somewhere, I could, but no, I'm not going to. Anyway, thank you, and we'll catch you later. Bye now.
Bye-bye.